Hey everyone, Shaun Stevenson here, author of the Throne series, helping you find your next retro read. And today's retro read is a fun one, especially for spooky season. This is a perfect Halloween read, especially if you like the Berenstain Bears. Now, okay, full disclosure. Berenstain Bears big chapter books. These are books that are about 100 pages long. They're chapter books. They were kind of like the next step up from the Berenstain Bear picture books that were out by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Now, these books are wildly uneven, and many of them do not age very well. Some of them are very, very odd upon reread in 2025, where you're thinking, wait, what is happening in this book? This is a series that I had almost every single book in the series back in the day, and I sold them all at a yard sale, and it was my choice. No one made me do it, but I do regret it. And so I've been recollecting them, and I finally found a copy of one of the ones that I had remembered, the Berenstain Bears and the Haunted Hayride. I thought, oh, I need to read that one for Halloween, because it is the perfect Halloween Berenstain Bear book. I've got to read it. And so I did read it, and it did not disappoint. This one is a fun book. It's okay, I gotta say, it's a little similar to the Berenstain Bears in the Freaky Funhouse, where the Haunted Hayride is on the cover of the book. It's in the title of the book, but it doesn't really show up till the end of the book. And that was a tiny bit disappointing, but there's still a lot of good fun stuff here. So in this book, you have the Berenstain Bear kids, the cubs, I guess you would call them. They are helping out at a local farm because the farm is having really tough times. They're looking for summer jobs to help them before Halloween comes so they can buy costumes for Halloween. But they're looking for these jobs so that way they can make some money, and the farmer needs some help around the farm because there's been some problems lately, especially because there's a new supermarket that is taking everybody's money and raising the prices of everything. And so they're trying to fight back against the supermarket. And the farmer says, I'm not going to sell my farm. I'm not going to do this. I don't want to. But the supermarket owner is pressuring him too. There's a lot going on in this Berenstain Bear book. You can find out about inflation. It's a good time. And so in this one, the cubs are all working on the farm and soon realize that there are problems. They don't know what to do. They're trying to figure out how to help save the farm, and they come up with this idea. What if we have this haunted hayride where people can come, pay some money, help save the farm, especially during the fall season after the harvest happens, and kind of the big money portions of the farm have been done. So they're trying to help save this farm, but there's a problem. The farmer doesn't want to turn his farm into entertainment. So now it's up to the ghosts of the past to convince the farmer to do the haunted hayride. Oh, this was a lot of fun. This one was just a lot of fun. It was such a perfect spooky season read. I really loved all the vibes. You definitely like this cover right here with this character holding the chainsaw. It was so great. That is in the book, and it's wild and a lot of fun. The cubs, as they're coming up with their plans for what they're going to do to save the day, were a lot of fun. All the typical characters are here. There's typical hijinks and some actually laugh out loud funny moments. There's this one section where one of the cubs thinks they know all the stuff about a farm and gets shown up, and it was pretty funny, I've got to admit. I actually really enjoyed that section of the book when they're working on the farm, just trying to figure out all the chores that they have to do and how to do them. It was great. I really enjoyed it. This one had some good moments in it that are like a perfect first scare for little kids, I would say. It's kind of like that first like good stepping stone book into a spooky book. So like a Goosebumps book would be beyond this book in like scariness. This book is not necessarily scary, but it has some good like spooky elements later on, especially when we get to the Haunted Hayride section of the book. You have some good fun spooky elements. So this is great for those kids that are wanting something a little scary, but get a little scared easily. This is a perfect choice. There's nothing weird in this one. Shocking, I know. Other Berenstain Bear books have been pretty weird. And there's been some things in them that I've been like, what on earth? Like, if you want to know more, go check out some of my other Berenstain Bear reviews on this channel, and you will find out why. And so this one, though, nothing like that going on. It was pretty straightforward, just a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And I don't really have much else to say about it, honestly. Fun little mystery, a good fun time with the haunted hayride. All the typical characters are here. It's got all the fall vibes you want. You can't go wrong if you're looking for a quick, fun fall read. So at the end of the day, I would definitely give the Berenstain Bears on the Haunted Hayride a solid 4 out of 5 stars. I think that if the hayride had come just a little sooner in the book, it would have bumped up that rating for me. But because it did only come at the very end and most of the book is about the farm, I think it was a little bit notched down. I didn't remember that from when I had read it when I was younger. But still, it was like a lot of fun to read. Just an easy, quick, you can read it in an hour at the very most and have a good time. So until next time, everybody, keep reading. Bye.